welcome to Arcade Couch, the best place to chill with your friends and get your game goodness each and every Monday. My name's Tom Black. Joining me on the couch this week, Ashley Hobley.
Hey Dylan, excited to be here on another jam-packed episode of Arcade Couch. What a week of gaming news.
Yeah, there was. For Platinum Explosion, which you listened to on Monday.
For Australia.
Wednesday, sorry.
Wednesday?
This is coming out Monday, boring. But yeah.
I mean, we're in that like post E3 high, I guess.
Yeah. I mean,
everybody's released their news, or everybody's saving their news for this upcoming press conferences or states of play this week.
Yeah, I was about to say the state of play.
Direct or state of play.
There's a direct apparently happening. Rumor. There's a state of play. Rumor. But
it's true.
They're all happening apparently. So yeah. I do have a couple news stories to go over, but yeah, should be a quiet week, which is good. I don't mind because I can't be fucked doing a long one. That's good. I mean, we did a few long ones, and you know,
yeah, that's true.
Been recording a lot. You know, I'm happy that every now and then to have a chill,
quiet week. Yeah, chill week,
quiet. Let's firstly, we'll put up this article on ExplosionNetwork.com where he went over 5 indie games from Summer Game Fest, the thing that has been happening and having all the news that are coming out this year. You know, ones that indie games that you can watch trailers for, you can read about why he says they look great, and then you can get excited because they're actually coming out this year, not next year, not the year after, not something like that. So this year the games you have is Lost in Play, Tyrant's.
Cool.
That does look cool. Love the art style. Tyrant's Blessing, turn-based tactics game. All about that. Necrosmith. I actually haven't seen this. This was from... Where was this from?
I feel like it was in one of the future game shows or something.
Guerrilla Collective. So I may have seen it and it mixing, because I did watch that, but fucking massive.
Because I'm pretty sure there was 2 Necromancer games.
Yeah.
I think the other one's called The Unliving. I think I played like a demo of that. So okay.
Meld together. No Place for Bravery. IGN Expo
was pretty popular.
So yeah, very popular one. So not really bubbling my tea, but that's fine. Serial Cleaners. It's finally coming out. I feel like this game, the sequel to, I think the first one was called Serial Cleaner, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like we saw this in like 15 shows last year and showed up. Got a release coming out this year.
Yeah.
So. I wouldn't mind playing this. I think it looks cool.
Yeah, it does. So. There's a thing I think I was surprising about this trailer was I thought it was more co-op than it looks. It looks like it's like 4 separate stories in each person.
I think or they interconnect or something, I guess.
Yeah, but it's not like 4 you could play 4 people at the same time.
No.
Or like you could switch between them on the fly or something.
Yeah.
No. Completely separate.
Not in this video game.
No.
So check out that full article by Will up on the website. See what he thinks about the games, and the trailers, of course, will be there and everything.
Also, just listen to all our podcasts from that week where we discuss pretty much every sequel game we can.
Nearly.
A lot.
Not all the ones he mentions.
Yeah, that's true. We barely did the Gorilla.
I mean, I glossed over most of the indie stuff.
We glossed over it, yeah.
Because I know, like, I watched all of them, but like
because we discussed everything on the other 2 big showcases.
Yeah, we did everything on the big showcases. But I remember last year I tried to go over all the indie ones as well, and it just went forever. And I think I was the only person who actually watched them all. You'd watch some. Kieran didn't watch any. You know, like it just.
Well, I mean, it just reminds me of obviously the Delirious episode we did where we went through like 3 different indie showcases and ended up you having to cut like half the show because
yeah, so I think it was a good choice that we didn't go through that again this year. There's only so much podcast recording I can do and lack of sleep before I lose my absolute mind. So, which is what happened there, and it never saw the light of day. That may, if we had between the cushions,
so many bad jokes that people don't know about.
I don't know. I don't even know if it was bad jokes. It was just terrible content, like just nonsensical, like gibberish is what it was. Yeah. And then shout outs if you want to watch me open some Magic the Gathering's latest set came out not last week, but the week before, I guess, by the time you listen to this. Commander Legends battle for Baldur's Gate. I got sent a where was it? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 packs that I opened. I did it on stream the other day before playing a video game I'll talk to about the other day, but I cut that out. That's up on YouTube, and then there's an article where I've got that video in there and wrote up a little bit about the format and the cards and stuff that's in the set. Of course, it's focused on Commander, which is the multiplayer focused game mode, I guess, game mode of Magic the Gathering, where most of the time you're playing it, you have 100 cards in your deck, including a commander, which is like your leader of your deck, and then you can only have one copy of each card in the deck, compared to standard or something like that, the typical play format where it's 60 cards is the minimum, and you can have 4 copies and all sorts of stuff like that. So, Commander Focus set. The digital version of this is coming. This is a weird thing. This is the part that kind of annoys me. So Magic Arena, which is of course the online video game version of Magic, the tabletop game. Alchemy Horizons Baldur's Gate is coming out this month, July. No, next month, sorry, July. We're nearly in July. Fuck it, I'm getting ahead of myself. It's coming out in July, but annoyingly, it doesn't, MTG Arena doesn't have Commander in it. So a set that's focused on a specific game mode, when they're releasing it online, they're taking out some of the cards and putting different ones in and whatever else, and it's just going to focus on Alchemy, which is basically standard, but online and with cards that only get released in MTG Arena and are never printed physically. It's a mode that a lot of people have problems with. Anyway, that's sort of my disappointment. They should add Commander to MTG Arena. That would be really fucking cool if they did. Anyway, so watch me open some Magic Gathering packs. Talk about some stuff there. No. Let's start with Bobby Kotick.
No.
Piece of shit. So Kotaku writes, Bobby Kotick is staying on Activision Blizzard's board. Ooh. Just yesterday, Activision Blizzard shareholders voted to approve a report looking into the company's anti-harassment efforts, while the company itself is carefully considering that stockholders also gave the green light to the board of directors nominees, which included shitty CEO Bobby Kotick. So great, Kotick gets to stay on board for another year, despite the ongoing efforts from employees, other shareholders, and even right-wing groups to see him gone. I mean, Kotick has even been accused of perpetrating the company's toxic culture. So why anyone would want to work with him is totally beyond me, writes Jeremy Winslow over at Kotaku. So you might have missed news, they write, since this wasn't part of the main press release announcing the results of the company's annual meeting of stockholders. In fact, if you check that document, Kotick's name doesn't appear a single time. That's pretty sus, considering his name is almost inseparable from the company. But if you look at the official legalzi filed on June 21st, you'll see Kotick shows up under the first proposed item, and yikes, what an item it is. The item is item 5.07, submission of matters to vote of security holders. Asked the entirety of the company were all 647 million votes were represented in person or by proxy to prove the nominated board of directors to serve another full 1-year term, ending at the stakeholders' next meeting. An alarming majority of 533,000? No, fucking numbers, hey. I'm reading these wrong. Anyway, 533,000, 500, what the, how the fuck do you read that number? 533,703,580. What's that? 533,703,580,000? Is that how you read that? I've never read numbers out loud that with that many numerals in them.
What? 533,703,580?
Okay, so I was doing it right, millions. I was doubting myself, so it is millions, yeah. Right? I'm like, am I right? Yes. Am I wrong? Like, I'm losing my mind over it. Lucky it's not a long show. Voted for the board to remain with only nearly 63 million opposed and 2,162,178 abstaining from voting. So, I don't know why so many people voted. I guess to be fair, not really to be fair, these people care about money, I guess. And Kotick makes them money, I guess, as being on the board. I don't know. Anyway, in a world where you keep like reading stories about, you know, we keep being like, oh, Activision's going to be great now as Xbox takes over and all this sort of stuff. You know, like trying to look at the silver lining, if you would. And then it's like, nah, Kotick's hanging around for at least another year on the board. He may lose his position as CEO or, you know, whatever he's, I can't remember. I guess he's CEO, right? CEO. I guess he will potentially lose that job once the deal goes through. Like that he can be on the board and not be CEO, but he's still going to be inside the company for at least another year at some stage. So this was weird to read, actually. Like, I remember when this popped up the other day, I was like, really? Like, I thought we were winning. Yeah, so a bit disappointing. Did you have any thoughts or?
No, it's just shit.
Yeah.
You know, it's just shit all round. I mean, really, you're going to use your own report to justify him being there? It's like you didn't have any sort of sway. It's like you were the one who was stealing, and you go, "Oh, I didn't do anything. I didn't steal anything."
Yeah, they literally were like,
"I gave testimony for myself.
We got cleared of problems. Yeah, who cleared you? Ourselves.
Yeah,
vote him back in.
Done.
Like, yeah. Well, I don't know what they're doing.
It's pretty weird. Shit all around. So,
talking about rats though, Plague Tale Requiem got a.
Whoa! We don't need to defame the rats in this game by comparing
true.
them to
True. Good point. The rats in this are a lot nicer. I think, a lot better. They just.
Not bad looking.
They just kill people. Like, they don't ruin people's lives.
Yeah.
The Plague Tale Requiem got a little event the other morning. Stupid time, 4 a.m. or something. No fucking way, I said. Watch the gameplay that dropped the following morning, though. You got about 12 minutes. What was it? 12? Yeah, 12 minutes and 6 seconds exactly. Gameplay that ended with a release date. So the game is coming out this year, which we already knew, but it's coming out on October 18th. And it is 100% confirmed. In case anyone had any doubts, this is a current gen only game. So there's PS5, Xbox Series XX, and your personal computer. Very beautiful looking game. Very, very pretty. Yeah. I don't think that's in doubt. Gameplay wise, looks similar to, I guess, the first one as far as it goes for someone who hasn't actually got around to playing it yet. As I always like to
play. It does, except it looks like more combat.
Yeah, a little bit more combat, but I think from what I heard, the other one gets a little bit more combat. Like towards the end or something like that. I mean, there's still a degree of stealth in this trailer that you can see and stuff like that. But and then some weird shit happening at the end where, I don't know, the kid's like controlling rats or some supernatural power shit's going on there that I had no idea was a thing. My main takeaway was I was watching it going, damn, this is a pretty game for this is a what would we say, a AA game, right? That's what it would sort of. This ain't AAA or anything. It doesn't have like Sony, Xbox, or someone major behind it. But I think environments look really, really pretty.
It's AAA, I think.
Yeah. Character models for the most part look pretty good. I don't think the animations are like super bad or anything. They're a little bit cleaning up maybe to help before October. But yeah, the environments and stuff like that are definitely the standout. Look really great. I like what we got to see in the gameplay and the tease and freaking swarm of rats coming towards them right there at the end. Yeah, did you ever flick through this? What
I had to flick through it. Yeah, it looks pretty. It looks, it doesn't look like what I imagined the first game to be like. A lot brighter. That's a very good start. There's like a lot of daylight, large open spaces, not creepy Victorian streets with rats going all over the place. So yeah.
Well, I guess they got to change it up, right?
For people.
I mean, if it was set cause the first game set during one city, I think like they're escaping one city.
Do you have intentions of going back and playing the first one before this comes out?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
that's always been my thing. Like I keep being like,
do we need to like put it down like on the record, like come up with some excuse to force you to do it?
Oh no,
like,
I mean,
Dylan, you need to stream this game every single week until you finish it. For content.
I don't think I want to stream it though. I think I'd actually rather
just play it.
I think I'd rather just play it, like personal experience,
Yeah.
There's some things.
Well, you do it though.
I'll wait till October. I'll play it. Maybe. No, I definitely want to play it. Like, the thing is, I know I've said this story a million times. I was so pumped for that game.
Yeah.
I was so excited.
Yeah.
I kept talking about it, talked about it so much. Then I didn't get a review code. And I'm not going to say like, oh, boohoo, didn't get a review code. It's not that. It's more so that I didn't get a review code, but then I like took something else at the time. And that just snowballed, you know. Then I took like, by the time I was done with whatever that game was, I took the next review code. You know what I mean? Like it just never, I never got to it. Never got around to it. So I don't know. I've got it. I've got it on PlayStation. I brought it on PC. It's on Game Pass. I can literally play it wherever the fuck I want.
Wherever you want.
I've got it everywhere. Like they've got my money. Twice.
If they announce a Switch version, there's a chance.
Probably not.
Dylan will buy the Switch.
I mean, probably not. I don't want to play this shit on Switch. Probably not. But not.
I mean, just to play it though. Yeah.
Just to commit to owning it everywhere at that stage, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, I definitely, because I think it's only like 6 to 8 hours anyway. It's not like a thing. But I remember I nearly was going to play it like at the start of the year when I was on holidays. And I was like, no, I'll wait for him to announce the now the second one's coming. I'll do it before then. You know, I was like, I've got time. It's good. We don't even have a release date yet, but now we do have a release date, so I can't keep fucking around, I guess. All right, so that's Plague Tale. We could have more Tony Hawk, apparently. I mean, we've had a lot of Tony Hawk. VG247 writes, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3+4 remasters canned by Activision after Vicarious Visions merger. Tony Hawk, as per comments from the Birdman, Tony Hawk himself, plans for a follow-up game were scrapped when development studio Vicarious Visions was merged with Activision Blizzard. Apparently the publisher continued taking pictures from external developers once Vicarious Visions was folded into the mega developer, but the company wasn't happy with any of the ideas that were floated. Vicarious Visions would instead be put to work on Diablo 2 Resurrected, and the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater remake project would halt. Quote, I wish I could say that we had something in the works, but Vicarious Visions kind of got disbanded. Hawk said in an interview with Andy THPS, thanks to Akami Games for the quotation. Making 3+4 after 1+2, that was the plan. Even up to the release of 1+2, we were going 3+4. And then Vicarious got absorbed and they were looking for other developers, and then it was over. Just add this to, it was only last May that we heard that Activision may be working on a new Tony Hawk Pro Skaters game, as CKY drummer Jess Majora hinted that his band would be involved in a new Tony Hawk's Pro Skater game coming out. Whether that project will ever release remains to be seen. It would make sense for Microsoft to resurrect the project once it formally takes over Activision Blizzard. The Tony Hawk's Pro Skater games would be a pretty significant get for the company and would provide some sorely needed exclusive fodder going forward. Do you reckon old Philly Spencer would get behind, like, you know, reviving Tony Hawk's as an Xbox exclusive? Do you reckon that would be a...
I mean, I think he'd be open to it, but, you know, then it's another matter of getting the rights and, like, figuring out how to do all that.
I mean, they got Activision. Like, what's the... You know? Like, what rights?
Tony Hawk? I assume the rights to Tony Hawk, yeah, but he in the time years since, he's like, fuck it, I'm just going to go with somebody else, you know? I'm going to give my likeness to EA because this skate game is actually going to be a thing that comes out. I
mean, there was rumors that would see, I think it was, I didn't bother putting in the show notes, but yeah, or this month or this week, or I don't know. There's so many rumors floating around at the moment, like I can't update. Yeah, there was a rumor that EA was going to show off Skate 3 at some point, but I don't know where. Oh,
could have sworn it was 7.
4. Actually, it's 4.
See, even you're confused. You played them.
I'm confused. It's 4. I'm not confused. I just said the wrong number.
This is the one example where I'm like, fuck it, just call it Skate.
They probably will just call it Skate. I think they will. I know because they never officially announced it as anything other than like a new Skate games in the work. Like, it's one of those things where fans have been calling it. You know, we refer to it as Skate 4, but I don't think they've officially ever titled it Skate 4. I think calling it Skate's fine. I've got no problem with that. But yeah, I mean, there was that leaked gameplay that went around a couple months back, which I don't know if I ever brought up anywhere because it was just so like...
Isn't that just more skateboarding?
No, but it was like pre-alpha. Like it looked... Or alpha. Like it looked like very... Like the gameplay was there. It was just the character models and everything like that was very bare bones. And I'm like, I don't know what there is to talk about here. Like, I don't know why I need to talk about any of this, but I mean, I'm down for Skate. I'm excited for Skate. I would be down for more Tony Hawk's too, but they're very different games. That's the thing. I don't think the crossover of audience is as much as most people think. Like, I guess it's similar to, like you may be a racing car fan and you may like playing like Forza Horizon, but you don't want to play Motorsport or Gran Turismo. Like what Tony Hawk's is the more just simple, fun arcadey game, and then Skate's the more hardcore experience, I guess. So I don't think the audience is strictly crossover. Mario, Chris Pratt. It's a thing still. Actor Chris Pratt, right, GeoGamer, has been discussing his somewhat controversial role in the upcoming CGI Super Mario Bros. Movie, telling Variety that his take on the title character will be, quote, updated, and unlike anything you've heard in the Mario world before.
Yeah, we know, because you're voicing.
I don't know. I mean, there's not much more. Pratt continues saying, I worked really closely with the directors and trying out a few things and landed on something that I'm really proud of. And I can't wait for people to see and hear. It's an animated voiceover narrative, Pratt added. Continuing, it's not a live action movie. I'm not going to be wearing a plumber suit and running all over. I'm providing a voice for an animated character and is updated and unlike anything you've heard in the Mario world before. This dumb quote. Dumb things to be saying. Bloody character literally goes, Mario! Oh! Well, like,
hey,
what?
It's me, Mario.
Hey, yeah. Like, there's no...
Mamma mia.
Yeah. It's not like the character actually talks.
Wahoo!
Yep. Wahoo! Boop, boop, boop. Like, what? There's no...
Oh,
yeah. Like, I'm not to put down, what's his name? Chris Marionette? Yeah, the voice, like, great. One of the most memorable voice works of a character ever, right? Not much to it, like, line-wise, but obviously very memorable. One of the most memorable characters of all time, Mario. But him being like, it's not something you've ever seen before. I'm like, yeah.
What? There's been 2 iterations.
There's literally been, the one video game version.
And Bob Hoskins.
Yep. Which was, hey, Luigi, there's a goddamn rat next to us. Like,
the bloody lizard dude.
Yeah. Get my spanner, Luigi. Like, I got plumbing to do. Like, they're a different movie. You know what it's like on the streets of New York City, Luigi. Like, Chris Pratt's gonna come out. All he's gonna do is hold his arms out at the Goombas. Like,
no, it'll be the Yoshis, I guess. The first time they met the Yoshis.
Yeah, the Yoshis just hold his arm out.
And that'll make sense, and they'll all come and pat him. It'll be fine.
Hey, Green.
Or one of them will swallow him and put him in an egg.
Hey, Green, it's me. Chris Mario.
Mario, who's definitely from the Mushroom Kingdom.
I keep forgetting fucking Donkey Kong's in this. But he's saying every ape but Donkey Kong. I can't get over this movie. The day we see a trailer for this, I'm going to lose my fucking mind, I think. I can't picture it. I can't picture it. I really can't.
It can't be that far away either. It's meant to be out by Christmas. No, it got delayed, didn't it?
It's out next year.
Fuck.
Yeah.
7th of April, so it's probably not going to, it's still going to be a while.
The fact we get a Jack Black movie, a movie of Jack Black and Seth Rogen, potentially like laughing together.
I'm surprised they didn't put a teaser out because obviously it's from the Illumination who did Minions. Why not put it in front of Minions?
Or at the end.
Yeah, the Minions accidentally show the trailer for...
Yeah.
And then they all act crazy because it's Chris Pratt voicing Mario. They're all upset.
Yeah, all that.
And they start burning images of Chris Pratt.
What are your thoughts on Minions? Like the Minions movies, Despicable Me Minions?
They're fine. I would have been happy to go see.
That's your fault. You should have driven to Right Cinema. I like the Minions. Just as a side note. I know it's
I'll probably end up seeing it. So
yeah, I'll probably watch it too. I don't know if I'll go to cinemas. Yeah. Maybe, I don't know. But I'll watch it. I watch all of the rest. But, it's one of those things, those characters, like franchises that I feel people, like, I always see people hating on, But it feels like a pile-on sort of thing to a degree.
Yeah.
I'm like, do you all really care that much about a kid's franchise? Because people are always making fun of Minions and saying they're the worst thing ever and stuff. I'm like, have you even...
It's like, no. Have you watched Spots, Baby?
Yeah, exactly. And they made two of those.
Also, as I was about to maybe go to that movie, I realized I hadn't seen the third Despicable Me movie.
Which one? Oh, Despicable Me 3, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a prequel anyway.
Like, oh, yeah. Is it?
Yeah.
No, it's just, prequel? Well, the new one's a prequel. But
the new one's a prequel.
Yeah, but 3 isn't a prequel.
I thought it was, no. Maybe I'm getting 3 and Minions confused.
It's when he discovers he has an identical twin, long lost identical twin.
Oh, yes. Because there's only... how many Minions movies is there?
1.
Yes. Right, so I haven't missed one.
2 now, technically.
Yeah, 2 now. So you got Minions, and you got Minions Rise of Gru.
Yes.
And you got Despicable 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
Yeah, so 5 in the Despicable universe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not too bad.
No, that's right.
That's manageable.
Yeah. Wait, by the way, for people who are like, why are you talking about Minions? The studio making the Mario movie, Illumination,
is making
Mario. Yeah.
Yeah, so they've already got the overalls all set.
Yeah, sure.
They know how to animate them. Got the textures all set.
Yeah. Hey, Mario. Luigi! Fucking, I can't wait for this shit. The Quarry reportedly started life as signature Stadia title before Google downsized its gaming operation. Right, GeoGamer. Blah, 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 blah. Stadia, of course, launched to much fanfare. In 2019, as part of Google's promise to early adopters, was that the service would bring its own console-like exclusives from both first-party and third-parties. To that end, Google established its own internal game development studio and signed deals with external developers, including Supermassive, as announced in 2020. Those plans, however, changed dramatically just 14 months after Stadia's high-profile arrival, with Google announcing a major rethink of its cloud streaming strategy following a less-than-stellar launch, which included the cancellation of all internal game development as it began prioritizing selling its tech to third parties. According to a new report from Axios, 2 external games in development for Stadia that were affected by Google's strategic U-turn were Supermassive's The Quarry and Squanch Games' upcoming sci-fi comedy shooter, High on Life, both of which were originally envisioned as signature titles for Stadia, intended to draw players to the well-regarded service. This makes sense to me. I saw someone else point out something. Now, I'll talk about Quarry in a second too, because I've been playing it. I'm finished yet, but I saw someone on Twitter point out the fact that all the QTEs in this game, in comparison to the other ones, they're all one button. So, like playing on PlayStation, they're all circle, and then you're up, left, down, right. There's never any triangles, X's, squares, anything like that. Every other Supermassive game, so Until Dawn through to the Dark Picture stuff, they've had a mix. So I think from a development standpoint, it was designed to be, as someone on Twitter was pointing out, and I'd like to shout out who it was, but I can't remember. They were saying that it's probably designed that way because both for ease of player base, like to attract more people, and also because of the potential lag that you could have. They were like designing around that by having them be having the QTEs be a bit easier in this game than the other one. So I thought that was actually a little bit interesting. It's also quite interesting because the game's been doing rather well on everything, like every single platform.
Yep.
It's been doing really well, reviewing very well from what I can see. And imagine it just being locked behind Stadia. People would have been like, ew, yuck. And I would have had a tenth of the player base because there's no way. Like, we in Australia wouldn't have been able to play
I think it'd be even less.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably. Yeah.
People would have been interested and they'd be like, fuck.
Yeah, I would have been interested. Stadia. I would have been like, I want to play that, but I can't. We literally didn't have Stadia in Australia. We still don't, so, let alone people who were like, nah, I can't be fucked with that shit. And then High on Life, which got a October release date too, I think it was.
I believe so, yeah.
That being locked behind Stadia as well, I would have been like, motherfucker, like that game looks awesome. Like that was one of the best looking things we got from the Xbox show.
The Xbox, yeah.
Definitely one of the most anticipated games I had from that personally. Yeah, and that's something I'm really excited to play. So yeah, I mean, I'm glad Google did this, I guess. I don't know. Like,
yeah, I'm glad that Stadia failed.
Yeah.
It's been unsuccessful. Who would have guessed?
Who would have thunk it? Who would have thunk it? So, yeah, thought that was a bit interesting. As a side note, since I just remembered, since they're talking about tech that's failing, I got an email. Where is it? Here we are. PlayDate owner update email came through the other day. So just a quick update. I haven't got mine yet. I still don't have a ETA. I thought I was in group 2. Actually, turns out I'm in group 3. Just over the line. I went back and looked through my emails. Yeah. So it says like here, it was a huge milestone for us 2 months ago. After years of work, we began shipping to PlayDate, a handheld gaming system to customers around the world. The response has been better than we ever imagined, etc., etc., etc. Latest update. We're happy to note that Group 1 shipping is now complete. That means over 10,000 PlayDates are now out in the world. And that also means, yes, Group 2 began shipping a few days ago. This is when did I send this? A couple days ago. So Group 2 has only been shipping for like a week. Remember, we ship Playdates gradually every day. So we expect Group 2 should be done by the end of August. And while that's happening, our factory has been building lots of systems for Group 3 and beyond. So far, we're still on schedule. If that changes, you'll be the first to know, etc., etc., etc. They go over a few other things here, but they're ETAs for anyone listening who is interested or anything. But yeah, so Group 1 done. Group 2 with systems 10,000 to 20,000 currently shipping. Group 3, which is where I'm in, I had like 20,000 and I was like 20,005. You know, like some. The only thing that could happen.
How do you know that?
I went back and found my original email where they like actually gave you a. Yeah.
You gave an extra number.
Yeah.
It's surprising that, you know, at least 5 or 6 people didn't cancel.
No, that's the thing. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. Like, but also, if 5 people do want to cancel.
Now,
and they're sick of waiting, because they do mention here, should anyone ahead of the line cancel their order, your place in line will move up.
So what we're saying is here, please, you know, don't just get it because, you know, you've already paid for it. Cancel it.
Think about me. Think about me.
Think about Dylan.
Thank you.
Tweet at Viva La Dill when you cancel your Playdate order. Just so we can keep track.
Go for me. So systems, Group 3, 20,000 to 30,000. They've got that listed as 2022. Group 4, 30,000 to 40,000. They've got that listed as 2022 late. And then Group 5, systems 40,000 to 50,000. They have listed at either 2022 later or more likely 2023 early. Let's talk about what we have been playing. As I said, I've been playing a little bit of the Quarry. I've been streaming it. I'm going to continue streaming it all since I've started the game on Twitch. I'm, finished the game on Twitch. Twitch.tv/Explosion Network. Of course, if you're not already following the Twitch channel, make sure you do that over there. I've been enjoying it. I think it's pretty good so far. I'm not like... I got to see how things all come together. And I've only done the first couple chapters, which is, of course, setting up, getting to know the characters. We're only just now getting into shit's hitting the fan. You know, people are starting to get attacked and things like that.
Really? You're only just getting into it? Because you've had like 2 sessions, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot of setup.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't a 2-hour
You're just very slow at like.
Well, I mean, I do walk around and I'm looking for secrets and shit. I mean, I'm not playing methodically, but I'm also not speed running the bloody thing. But yeah, I mean, it's like all their games. Like, well, no, like Until Dawn, that has a bit of setup, but the rest are more shorter experiences. So the Dark Pictures anthologies, they usually a lot shorter, like 4-hour things. I think this is more in line from what I've heard with Until Dawn, so that's closer to that 6 to 8 hour, I think, run time, which is fine. All the characters are pretty good. I mean, there's a couple characters where I'm like, I don't really like you, and I don't mind if you do die, but I'm not purposely trying to kill anyone because I feel like that's a bad way to play. You know, like you should always aim playing these games to try and save everyone, even if you think you don't really like them.
To die.
Yeah, I mean, but if they die, they die. You know what I mean? If they die, they die. That's what I'm saying.
That's what he said.
I have turned off the thing everyone's talking about on Twitter though, that you got with the deluxe edition. I can't remember what it's called.
The rewind?
The rewind thing, yeah. So that was an interesting thing to read about, and at least I got to, because I didn't get my code until release day. So at least because of the reviews and stuff, for people playing it ahead of time, I got the know-how to at least turn this off. So deluxe edition owners have, from the start of the game, the rewind feature enabled. Now, this is something you don't usually, you only unlock after you beat the game initially. But that means that some people were playing and writing their reviews as if this was a given feature. You know, this was just part of the game, and they weren't taking into account that the majority of people playing the game.
Life is Strange.
Yeah. Majority. Well, the game is very Life is Strange. There's a lot of music and just melancholy moments.
Literally, literally rewinding time.
So that a lot of people were reviewing it, saying, it's really great. You can rewind character depths and all this sort of stuff. But then people are like, no, that's the deluxe edition feature. Like, the majority of players aren't going to have that experience the first time they're playing the game. So that was weird sort of pre-order bonus deluxe edition thing. But I made sure before I started the game to go on options and turn that sucker off, because if someone's dying, they're dying. Like last night, the thing that I played is, I don't know if this is a major spoiler. I don't think it is, but like at the start of the game, one of the characters is like, bro, he's like the bro character. He doesn't really speak like that, but I imagine he does. He's like, bro, I need to like stay at the play, because like he plays as campers. No, he plays counselors. So the game actually doesn't take place during a camp session. It starts right at the end when all the kids have just left and the counselors are getting ready to leave. But he's like, oh, I need to stay here an extra night to try and like hook up with his girlfriend or whatever again. So he like steals a part out of a car. So then they get stuck there, the one they were supposed to go back with. And then David Arquette, who's like the leader or whatever, he's like, oh shit, just stay inside and don't go outside tonight, and I'll come get you in the morning. Of course they don't do that, but he goes swimming at night with the girl, because of course, and then the part falls out of his pants somehow, this part, and I fucked up the QTE to pick it up, and it's just gone now. Like, so I don't play these games with the, oh shit, better quickly, restart checkpoint, reload, delete the game, like get out of there. I was like, I fucked up the QTE, part's gone, and I click pause, open the menu, and you can like sort of look at the, the butterfly effect sort of thing, and it's like, so-and-so took the part out of the car, so-and-so did this, blah, 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 blah. Oh, fell to the fishes. He's never getting that back. The part will never be found again. I'm like, cool. All right, well, if we all die because of that, one QTE, them's are the breaks, I guess. But, yeah. I also think the game generally looks a lot better than the Dark Pictures ones. Definitely a bit better than Until Dawn and everything, but that's like a last-gen game, so that's fine. Some of the lighting is a little bit off though, and then like some of the hair textures, like the hair looks good most of the time, just depends, like some of the close-ups. The animations I think on the faces is a lot better than any of the Dark Pictures stuff, which I'm really enjoying, because that's the other thing, like quite often the close-ups and the characters' eyes are like, they're just all over, like it doesn't really make sense. They're not looking at someone when they're talking to them, or they're doing weird shit. I'm not really having that same issue with this, but yeah, so I'm enjoying it. It's good fun. If you like scary games, I guess. So Ash loves it.
Absolutely.
Game of the year. So yeah, tune in twitch.tv/Explosion Network, streaming it, or you have to stay tuned to either the Discord, explosionetwork.com/Discord, or my Twitter, at Vivaladil, VIVALADIL, because that's where you'll know when I'm actually streaming, because that's how you do it.
Yeah. You're going to just dump the whole feed on YouTube at some point?
I might do. Could be a thing. Could just cut it all out and upload it in one video. Yeah. Might do that. If you miss out. The only problem I have with like cutting out stuff from like those streams is I'm always like, well, I'm talking to like people in chat and stuff, and I don't know if that, but I don't know if that annoys people or not. I guess not. There's lots of people that just... I
mean, we've already said on record we don't care about YouTube that much. So
that's true.
Why would we care if it annoys
people?
So
if you miss it all, fuck it, I'll put it up on YouTube. You've been playing a game I still want to get around to. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I feel like I've only played a couple hours of it.
Yeah, that's...
But, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Shredder's Revenge, obviously the modern latest iteration from the people who made Streets of Rage 4. It's great. It's a lot of fun. I've only played by myself, to be honest, through the story mode. I'm like 6-7 levels in, I think. Art style is beautiful. It looks like the way I remember the original arcadey Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle games looking back in the day, but obviously it is way better. Looks way more impressive. It plays really well. I wish it was a little bit faster, but that's just personal preference.
That's a gameplay style thing too.
That's a gameplay thing. There's also like no block mechanic, which is also, or dodge mechanic. So it's like, okay, gotta get used to that. But yeah, it's really beautiful and it's like very fun. Each of the levels has a very different setting, so nothing is it's not all sewers or streets. You know, there's something different each level. Yeah, it just feels fun to play. From what I understand, like the number of enemies like kind of changes from what I've seen, because I watched some of the buddies stream the other week, and he was playing with like 5 or 6 people at a time, and there were more enemies, I think, in the levels than when I was playing through them by myself. So, but yeah, really fun. If you like that genre, this is definitely stepping up your alley. But I feel it'll be more fun if I'm playing with somebody else and like shit talking. I mean, yeah. Well, the enemies really good and like different. You know, even though they're all like they're very various iterations of the hand, they've all got different costumes and but you know they've got their own specific attack, and you can quickly figure out how you're supposed to beat them and that kind of stuff. So the waves of enemies are like reasonably good, and then each level obviously ends up with a boss fight against some sort of Ninja Turtles villain. There's like a lot of achievements and a lot of like replayability things. There's a whole stack of like different things you have to unlock, a bunch of collectibles through all the different levels. There's like this there's like an overworld. So for the level select menu, like it's a map of the city where all the different stops that you're making, and you just sort of drive the turtle van, I want to say. I can't remember what they call it. I don't remember what
Cowabunga do.
Yeah. You drive it around the city to whatever level you want to fight in. You also kind of level up each of the characters individually. It's like depending on how many enemies you KO, you build up this ranks. Obviously, the more you build up, the better your version of Michelangelo will be. So then if you go fight with that Michelangelo in somebody else's game or whatever, it's like got more can save more special moves and then like have a little bit more health and that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's really fun. Obviously a lot of potential replayability will keep people who want to get like high scores and like are super into the arcade mode really into it. There's achievements for like getting through levels without taking a single hit, which you know I'm never going to do that. But yeah, it looks like a big package, even though from what I understand the story mode is very short. I think Buddy and his friends got through it in like under 3 hours.
These games are usually short. I mean, I finished Streets of Rage 4
they're replayable
in one sitting the night I tried it. Like that's how old the Streets of Rage games are. So because they were arcade games, you needed to be able to beat them.
Yeah, in a car.
In like
while the arcade is open.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So they weren't long. So
yeah, super pretty, lots of fun.
Cool. I'm still
excited to play it with you sometime in the future.
Yeah, we're going to play it. I'm still going to play it. I mean, I've got it downloaded.
Yeah, you said that about last time.
Yeah, I've got it installed. More likely to play this than fucking Among Us.
Yeah, that's true. Well, you don't hate this game, so
putting it out there.
Like you hate Among Us.
That's true. If I had to say if I hate one game, it's definitely going to be this Among Us over this. I've been looking forward to this.
Well, we know what happens when you're looking forward to games.
Yeah, I don't play them. Apart from Bayonetta 3, I'll play that.
Yeah, when it comes next year.
When it comes this year.
Well, if it's not announced during the... If there's a Nintendo Direct next week, and it is not announced during that Nintendo Direct, it is not coming this year.
Is that what you're saying?
I think we can put that we can guarantee that.
So what you're telling me is that it's going to be at the Nintendo Direct next week.
No, I'm definitely not.
I like how we're talking about this Direct like it's 100% thing, hasn't been announced, and I'm saying, yes, at this Direct that is not announced, Bayonetta 3, which we've had no rumors about, will get a release date. So I'm adding a rumor to the rumor based upon no rumors.
You heard it here first.
That's right.
We would like to add to the rumor.
Based on
this rumored
no
direct.
evidence, but what I want, I'm reporting that Bayonetta 3.
I mean, it is simple math because, if they are doing a direct and this game is meant to come out this year, it would be announced at this direct. So what else are they going to release? What else are they going to direct on? More Xenoblade Chronicles?
I mean, I'm sure they'll mention Pokemon for at least a couple minutes.
It's like, hey, here's another new Pokemon that we've it's based on a dog.
I mean, they usually...
There's another one that kind of looks like a squirrel.
If they do a Nintendo Direct next week, it would have to be, I would say, a couple minutes on Pokemon, because I know they just did a Pokemon Direct, but they quite often still have to mention them, because they still quickly mention, hey,
it's like, hey,
in the actual
some
Nintendo
new content for Arceus.
No, I mean, I wouldn't be against it, but no, that's more of a Pokemon Direct thing. I think, no, that's more of an actual Pokemon Direct, Arceus content, and I'm going to say they just mentioned Scarlet and Violet, like trailer.
They'll confirmed, hey, guess what? Pokemon Snap is coming to the expansion pass.
Maybe. Bayonetta 3 release date. Splatoon 3 trailer.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah. Is that meant to be this year?
Yeah. It has a release date.
Okay.
I already forgot, though. That has a release date. September, maybe? I don't know. Strikers trailer with an announcement of something, like a character coming to it or something.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Some indie-related thing. But I can't think of any other major titles, like Strikers update.
Guess what? We're doing more Smash characters.
Xenoblade 3 trailer.
New courses for Mario Kart.
Yeah, maybe announce new trailer. Yeah, I mean, there's stuff. They could definitely do stuff.
Yeah.
There's
enough there for them not to announce Bayonetta 3. So, yeah.
Let us know any comments, questions, concerns if you think a Nintendo Direct's actually going to happen between now and when you're listening to this. When we're
Which one do you think is more likely, a Nintendo Direct next week or say playback God of War?
Nintendo Direct, because I'm already committed to
this bit
of God of War's not coming out. So yeah, I'm saying I'm voting Nintendo Direct. Although I also, the idea of them both happening within like 7 days of one another, wild time.
That's how it goes. It's either everything or it's nothing.
That's true. Yeah, let us know if you think any of those things are going to happen, what you think will be there, all those sorts of things. You can tweet at me if you cancel your Playdate order. You can find my Twitter and Ash's and Explosion Network Twitter. ExplosionNetwork.com/Twitter takes you to the Twitter list of all of them. Join our Discord. Come talk to us over there. ExplosionNetwork.com/Discord. That's also where, of course, there's a channel for Twitch announcements when we go live. And if you liked this episode and thought it was worth $1, head on over to ExplosionNetwork.com/support to buy us a coffee. Little as $1 can be donated. Set up monthly recurring support. That would be great to help support this show, our shows, the website in a whole. And until next week, same time, same couch. Goodbye.